Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to talk about the VMS 3DX. Now VMS sent me this product around 6 months ago to review and test. Now I haven't done any big trips in it yet, so this is a first impressions video. I see what I think of it so far and how it's performing and whether you should upgrade to one of these. I was really hesitant actually trying this product out. I'd heard a lot of bad reviews about the previous VMS and it put people off, and they were even considered not buying this just because of the previous experience they had with that last product. So this has to really improve to change their mind. The first feature you'll notice that they really have promoted in this one is the 3D maps. Now that is great. When you go off-road, up any hills or anything, it is pretty accurate. I've noticed if you're just driving on a normal road though, it will exaggerate a lot of the hills. It says, even in the main street of my town, it's dead flat road, but it says there's bumps everywhere. So it's not 100% accurate, but it definitely does help you off-road. Through the settings though, you can adjust the exaggeration of that height, so it does get a lot better. The biggest issue people had with this with the previous model was how laggy and unresponsive it was. It would even freeze and just completely shut down. So it wasn't even usable. I've found just scrolling through the maps on this one, it is very smooth. The only time it gets laggy is if you're trying to set a destination. I've noticed that. It takes a while to load that destination, but they didn't design this. They told me when they sent it to me, this isn't designed to replace Google Maps. This is meant to be used for off-road use. So use Google Maps to get where you're going, and then use this to do your track logs and everything else. Track logs is another feature they really try and push with this unit. It is something I use all the time. It comes in very handy. I don't use the navigation side of it so much because so far I've only used this locally. So I use this to find new campsites and mark where I've been previously. So I'll start a new track log and it'll start recording my GPS location, the whole track I take, and then I can just push end at the end of it and save those details. It shows you the elevation, shows you everything, and I can actually save that campsite. Say it's a particular campsite, I can say campsite with a view, and then I can refer back to those campsites. Even if I can't remember what the campsite was, I've got all the campsites there labelled. Not only do I use this to find campsites I've already been to through my track logs, I actually just scroll through the maps and I've actually found new campsites because it actually labels every single campsite on here. Like rest stops, like everything is on here. So you're always finding new campsites every day. Another thing I've been happy with since I've had this, they've released several firmware updates as well. So they're constantly updating the software in here. There's plenty of maps to choose from as well. And even some of Australia's most iconic tracks are all listed on here. The Oodnadatta track, like every track you can think of that it's on your bucket list is on here, ready to go. The reason I actually went the VMS and not the most well-known brand on the market, I won't mention the name. For years, they've been on top of the market and everybody wanted that brand. Trouble is, last couple of years, they've rested on their laurels and just rely on their name brand for people to buy the product. And they've just been slipping more and more each year, and the product's becoming more unreliable. So it's harder to find a good product on the market with a GPS. The mount that comes with the VMS is quite good. I've never had it slip off so far. It's pretty easy to sit in there and just click straight in. The only thing I don't like, it's got a nice big suction cap on it, so the suction cap doesn't come off and that holds on quite well. You can adjust it up and down that way, and then also, I'll take this back off again. You can actually loosen that knob there and you can adjust it up and down there, and it pivots quite hard to do, but it will turn that way as well. But trouble is, I wish this mount was like this one here for the Zoleo. It's got a 360 mount here and here. You just undo one little knob and I can freely adjust this 360 degrees. So people like me with a smaller dash, I find it quite hard. I can't get it down lower where I want it. I'm pretty limited to where I can adjust it. But overall, it's good quality mount. One more dislike I have is the sunshade. They provide the sunshade, which is really good. Trouble is, the way they've designed it, it sits on there very loose. I had to actually install this foam on here to be able to lock it in tight. Otherwise, what I'd find, you put it on there, you drive around, you hit a couple of bumps, it slides and then it falls off the side. So this needed to be designed a little bit tighter, but besides that, it's great. In a month's time, I'll be traveling to the Adelaide Forward Drive and Adventure Show, and then from there, heading to Perth, spending 3 weeks on the road. So that'll give me a good opportunity to finally test out this VMS. And after that, I'll do a full review to see how it actually handles with navigation. But yeah, if you guys have got any more questions about this at all, don't hesitate to leave a comment. I'm happy to answer. If you like the video, leave a like. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. I love doing lots of these reviews. But we'll catch you on the next video, guys. Cheers.